On the edge of the galaxy, far from any star, a dead planet floated in silence. No wind, no water, just broken rocks and ancient ruins buried in dust. But under one of those ruins, inside a dark and forgotten chamber, something waited. Something powerful, something alive. It was the armor. Black and silver, glowing faintly with blue lines, the armor floated in a stasis field. It had waited there for thousands of years. Many had come to claim it. Alien kings, warlords, champions, all had failed. The armor killed them within seconds. No one ever lasted more than 3. The council, the rulers of most of the galaxy, feared it. They called it cursed, dangerous, a weapon that refused its masters. Still, from time to time, someone would try again, and die again. But then, Earth sent someone, and everything changed. Look. First 5 to 7 minutes. The scavenger ship Starcrawler 9 drifted quietly above the dead planet. It was an old ship, patched with scrap metal, but tough. Inside, human explorer Leo Cade stared at the dusty surface on his screen. "Looks empty," he said, scratching his beard. "But my sensors are picking up a power source underground." His robot companion, Trix, buzzed in reply. "Unknown tech. Energy levels are stable. Safe to explore." Leo smiled. "Safe enough for me." They landed near a cracked stone structure. Time had destroyed most of it, but a tunnel remained. Leo entered with a flashlight and scanner. Dust choked the air. Strange symbols lined the walls. He had no idea what they meant. Then he found the chamber. It was large, round, and completely silent. Floating in the center was the armor. It looked like it was built for battle. Tall, sharp-edged, and somehow alive. Leo stepped closer. His scanner beeped wildly. "Definitely not council tech," he whispered. He reached out. Trix warned him, "This is not advised." But it was too late. Leo's fingers touched the metal, and the world exploded. What happens next? A burst of blue light shot through the room. The armor pulsed, and ancient machines lit up in the walls. Leo was thrown backward, crashing to the floor. Trix screamed in warning, sparks flying from her body. But the armor didn't kill him. Instead, it floated toward him, slowly, and then it scanned him. Lines of light ran across his chest, head, and arms. His heart pounded. He couldn't move. Then it spoke. "Candidate accepted." The council watches. Far away, on a council warship, alarms went off. A counselor stood up from his chair in shock. What just activated the prime armor? A technician answered. "Unknown species signature. Human." The room went silent. "No alien has ever been accepted by that armor," another counselor said, his voice trembling. "If it chose a human, we have to stop him," the first one growled, "before the armor unlocks its full power." Leo wakes up. Back on the planet, Leo woke up. He was lying on the floor of the chamber. The armor was gone. No, not gone. It was on him. He looked at his hands, now covered in glowing metal. His chest felt heavier. His vision was clearer. He could hear his own heartbeat. He felt faster, stronger, different. "Status," he said, unsure why. The armor answered in his mind. "Cinch level, 4%. Candidate stable. Primary functions online." Trix rolled beside him, damaged but alive. "Leo, what happened?" "I think," he said, standing slowly. "It chose me." He didn't know why. He didn't know what it wanted. But he felt something deep inside, like a door had opened, and there was no going back. The beginning of a new war. As Leo left the chamber, the ruins behind him shook. Old machines under the surface powered on for the first time in thousands of years. The ground cracked. The sky above shimmered. The armor had awakened, and it was sending a signal. Across the galaxy, satellites blinked. On the moon, a hidden device came to life. And on Earth, deep beneath Antarctica, an ancient vault unlocked itself with a loud click. The prime armor had chosen its host. And now, the real war was about to begin. The prime armor, a deadly ancient relic that rejected thousands of alien warriors, has finally chosen someone. But not a king, not a warrior, a human. Leo Cade, a simple scavenger from Earth, is now wearing the armor that every alien feared. And the galaxy? It's about to change forever. Hook. First 5 to 7 minutes. On the Council warship Velinox, panic spreads. High Counselor Drex, a tall alien with glowing green eyes, slams his fist onto the table. Find the human, now. But sir, an officer says, the signal is bouncing across old prime networks. It's hard to trace. Another counselor speaks up, voice low and sharp. You know what happens if the armor syncs completely with a host, especially a human. All screens show the same message from the armor's ancient system. Cinch progress, 6%. Accepting host. Drex growls, send a purge fleet. I don't care what planet he's on. Burn it. Back on the dead planet, Leo stood near the edge of a canyon, staring at his hands. The prime armor still covered him, shifting slightly like it was alive. He whispered, "What are you?" The armor responded in his mind. "I am the shield. I am the blade. I am the memory of the primes." Leo took a deep breath. "Why me?" "Because you are not like the others." Suddenly, alarms on his wrist blared. A hologram showed incoming ships, Council destroyers. They have found him. The first fight. The sky filled with red light as the Council fleet opened fire. Leo ran for cover, but a plasma blast struck the ground nearby, throwing him across the rocks. He coughed, stood, and then the armor reacted. 2 glowing blades extended from his wrists. His speed increased, his sight sharpened. He moved faster than ever before. As the soldiers landed and surrounded him, Leo didn't run. He charged. The first alien didn't even see the blade before it cut through his weapon. The second tried to fire, but Leo leaped 5 meters in a single jump and knocked him out cold. More came, dozens, but the armor danced with him like it had been waiting for this fight. And Leo? He started to feel something new. Power. Council shock. On the Velinox, Drex watched the footage from the battle drone. He couldn't believe his eyes. One human is destroying an elite squad. A younger council member asked, "Is it the armor, or is it him?" Silence. Then the oldest member of the council whispered something that chilled them all. The primes never wanted control. They wanted understanding. And now, they found it in a human. Flashbacks from the armor. As Leo fought, visions flashed in his mind. Memories that weren't his. Tall, golden aliens, the primes, building cities in the stars. Their armor designed not for war, but for protection. Peacekeepers, not conquerors. But they were betrayed. The Council had risen in war and wiped the primes from the galaxy. The armor was hidden, waiting for someone worthy. Someone who would defend, not dominate. And now, the armor remembered. Leo fell to his knees after the last wave of attackers. The blades retracted. His breathing was heavy. "Why are you showing me this?" he asked. "Because your war is just beginning." Moonbase activation. Far across the stars, on Earth's moon, deep under the surface, a massive machine powered on. Old metal cracked as lights surged down long tunnels. Inside, a large AI core whispered to itself. Prime signature detected. An old signal was sent to Earth. A message. Earth Guardian has awakened. On Earth. In a secret bunker under Colorado, human military intelligence picked up the strange signal. General Harris frowned. "This is coming from the moon." "Yes, sir. And there's more. We received a second ping from outside the galaxy." Outside. The operator gulped. Yes, sir. It's old. Ancient. But it's in English. What does it say? The armor HFY's stages in. End scene. Leo stands at the edge of a cliff, the wind blowing through his hair, the armor humming quietly. In front of him, another wave of enemy ships is arriving. He doesn't flinch. The armor speaks again. Cinch progress. 12%. New protocols available. And this time, Leo smiles. All right, he says, let's show them what a human can do. In a dark council war room, an emergency meeting is called. A massive hologram shows Leo, the human, wearing the ancient prime armor, defeating elite soldiers. The room is silent. Then, Counselor Drex finally speaks. One human has become the galaxy's greatest threat. Send the hunters. On a distant prison moon, 4 of the deadliest alien bounty hunters are released. Each one has destroyed entire fleets. Now, all of them have the same target. Find the human. Bring the armor. Leave no witnesses. Meanwhile, on the run, Leo Cade, still wearing the armor, escapes the dead planet using a stolen council dropship. The ship's systems flicker, trying to resist his commands, but the armor connects directly, overriding controls. Leo grins. Guess I'm the pilot now. The armor responds in his mind. Your synchronization is now at 17%. As Leo flies toward neutral space, he doesn't realize he's being tracked. A new threat approaches. A sleek black ship exits hyperspace behind Leo's vessel. Its hull is lined with scars and glowing red runes. Inside, the lead bounty hunter, Jarek the Bone Eater, a massive beast with 4 arms and steel jaws, licks his lips. He's just human, Jarek growls. This will be fun. Another hunter, Vena the Whisper, an assassin who kills with thoughts, smiles coldly. The armor protects him. But even steel breaks. The chase has begun. On Earth, warnings and plans. Back on Earth, secret military bases are buzzing. General Harris watches new data pouring in. Prime tech is awakening all over the system, not just on Earth, but on Mars, the Moon, even Jupiter's moons. A scientist rushes into the room. Sir, the prime relay under the Pacific is fully online. It's building something. Building what? Harris asks. The screen zooms in. A giant metallic sphere is rising from deep underwater. Looks like a control station, or maybe a command ship. Harris speaks into a secure line. Prepare Earth's forces. If the Council comes, we won't be unarmed. Leo's first space battle. Leo's stolen ship is fast, but not fast enough. Jarek's hunter ship catches up and fires. Boom. The hull shakes. Alarms blare. Leo straps in, flipping switches, trying to stay calm. Can we fight back? He asks the armor. Limited weapons available, but I can show you how. Panels in the cockpit open, revealing hidden prime weapons now powered by the armor's connection. Leo targets the enemy and fires plasma bolts. Direct hit. But it's not enough. The bounty hunters board his ship. The duel in the wreckage. Inside the ship, Jarek bursts through the door. He's huge, covered in scars. His voice echoes like thunder. You're not worthy of that armor, human. Leo raises his arms. Blades form. The armor glows bright blue. I didn't choose it, Leo replies. It chose me. The fight is brutal. Jarek swings heavy axes. Leo dodges and counters. The armor boosts his reflexes, guiding him. But then, Vena attacks from behind, whispering dark thoughts into Leo's mind. His vision blurs. His knees shake. You can't win, she hisses. Resist. The armor whispers. You are not alone. Leo focuses, pushes back, and releases a shockwave. Both hunters are thrown across the corridor. Leo escapes through an emergency hatch, just in time. as the ship explodes behind him. The hidden station. Badly injured, Leo's escape pod drifts toward an unknown moon. He crashes near an ancient ruin. The armor guides him inside. This place was built by the Primes, it says. It holds answers. Leo walks through glowing halls and finds a massive chamber with statues of Prime warriors. At the center, a sphere rises and scans him. Human. Accepted, a voice says. You are the last hope. Suddenly, walls open, revealing thousands of Prime drones, machines shaped like wolves, lions, and dragons, asleep. They are yours to command, the voice says, when you are ready. In the council chambers, the council watches the failed attack footage. Counselor Drex slams the table. The hunters failed. The human is bonding faster than we thought. Another member whispers, soon, he will control Prime command systems. Drex nods grimly. Then we must use the forbidden weapon, before it's too late. End scene. Leo stands before the ancient Prime drones. He reaches out. One dragon-like drone opens its eyes, glowing blue. Cinch progress. 25%. Control interface activated. Leo whispers, let's see how far this goes. Behind him, more drones awaken, one by one. And in deep space, Earth's moon pulses again, sending a signal across the stars. The real war is about to begin. Leo stands in the ancient Prime chamber. Massive metal statues of long-dead warriors look down at him. At his feet, thousands of dormant Prime drones begin to power on. Lights flicker, circuits hum, and energy flows through walls that haven't breathed for 1,000,000 years. The armor in his voice speaks again, not just as a tool, but as a memory. You were not chosen by chance. You are the last possible answer. Suddenly, a huge screen lights up in front of Leo. A message from the ancient past plays. To the one who finally awakens this place. Know this. The Council betrayed us all. Prime history revealed. As the chamber stabilizes, the Prime system begins to explain everything. Thousands of years ago, the Prime civilization ruled the galaxy. They were not conquerors. They were protectors. Their technology was pure, balanced, and impossible to hack or steal. But the Galactic Council, made of jealous, power-hungry species, feared the Primes. They made a secret alliance and destroyed the Primes from within. Their final weapon was something never mentioned in history, Project Collapse, a coordinated strike that wiped out Prime homeworlds in a single night. The only thing that survived was the armor and its memory core. Leo learns the truth. Leo stands frozen, watching the images. He sees giant Prime ships being torn apart in space, cities falling, drones fighting to the last second. Then one final message plays. We built the armor as a last chance. It would wait, test every living species, until it found one who could rise without pride. Only one passed. Humanity. Leo clenches his fists. They tried to erase you, and they've kept us from knowing the truth. The armor responds. You now carry that truth. But the Council will do anything to silence it. Earth makes a move. Back on Earth, General Harris stands in a massive underground hangar. The awakened Prime tech is reshaping itself into massive weapons and ships. We're not just reacting anymore, Harris says. We're preparing for war. One of the human engineers speaks in awe. Sir, it's like this tech is building for us. It understands us. Satellites begin forming a shield ring around Earth. Old submarines in the Pacific rise out of the water, covered now in alien armor and new weapons. Earth is becoming something new. The Council's counterattack. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council has not stayed silent. In a hidden system, they activate a weapon known only as the Mind Chain, a psychic network of 10 alien prophets who can link minds across light years. They focus on one goal: break the human, separate him from the armor. Back in the Prime facility, Leo suddenly drops to one knee. He screams. His vision distorts. His thoughts twist. He sees Earth burning, his family crying, death everywhere. The armor flickers. Warning. Psychic intrusion detected. Defensive protocols failing. Leo cries out, gripping his head. No, this isn't too real. The system struggles to hold. Battle of the mind. But the armor was built to survive more than weapons. Deep in Leo's mind, a mental space forms, a battlefield made of memory and fire. The 10 alien minds appear, whispering, "You are weak. You are alone. You are just human." Leo looks around. He's inside a storm. Alone. Afraid. Then, from the storm, he hears a new voice. His younger sister's voice. "You're not alone. We believe in you." Then his old squadmate, a soldier who died years ago. "You're stronger than you think." These aren't illusions. They're memories the armor saved. Leo rises in his mind. "You wanted to break me," he shouts. "I've been broken before. I chose to stand up again." A massive blue flame explodes outward, burning the invaders. The mind chain shatters. Armor level up. Back in the physical world, Leo gasps. His armor shifts. New plating locks in. Wings of light extend from his back. The voice speaks again. Sync level, 42%. Combat evolution unlocked. Leo walks to a central console. He reaches out. Thousands of prime drones rise behind him, now fully online, waiting for command. He speaks one word. Prepare. Earth connects with Leo. A signal is sent from the ancient facility to Earth. General Harris receives it. Leo's face appears on the main screen. "Sir, they tried to end everything before it began. But we have a second chance now. We're with you," Harris says. "Just say the word." Final scene. In a hidden council hangar, they prepare a terrifying superweapon, a black hole bomb known only as the Spiral Core. Their goal is simple. Drop it on Earth. End this before the human becomes unstoppable. But far above Earth, thousands of prime drones gather in orbit, forming a barrier, shining like a second sun. And at the center, Leo hovers in space, watching the stars. "They think I'm alone. But I carry the will of billions, past and present." His eyes glow. The armor shifts again. And somewhere far, far away, an ancient prime warship wakes up. A council spy ship hovers near Earth's moon, hidden behind a dust ring. Inside, a team of elite alien assassins prepares to land on Earth. Their mission: kill Leo Cade before he unlocks the full power of the armor. But as they descend into Earth's atmosphere, the moon flickers again. Suddenly, the dust ring opens. It's not dust. It's thousands of cloaked prime drones, waiting in silence. "Intruder threat detected," says a voice. "Defense formation Alpha. Target. Terminate." The alien assassins realize Earth isn't sleeping. It's hunting. Shadow War begins. The Galactic Council knows they can't face Leo in open war. Not yet. So they send spies, infiltrators, and saboteurs. These silent killers begin sneaking into Earth's orbit, cities, and military bases. But they soon learn Earth is no longer what it used to be. In every shadow, a prime drone watches. Under every city, defense systems are growing. One assassin tries to plant a bomb inside Earth's orbit station. As he arms it, the walls shift. He turns and finds himself face to face with Leo. "You thought I wouldn't see you," Leo says. "You forgot one thing. The armor sees everything." The intruder is gone in seconds, not a body left. Humanity pushes back. General Harris orders Earth's first full deployment of prime tech-enhanced soldiers. They're faster, smarter, and wear light armor forged by the ancient machines. The world watches as humanity transforms. Nations unite. Conflict ends. All focus now turns to the stars. Leo broadcasts a message, not of war, but warning. We never wanted this. We asked for peace. But if you come for us again, we won't just survive. We'll evolve. The Council blocks the transmission. But millions of alien civilians, watching secretly, begin to doubt their leaders. Leo's growing power. Each time Leo connects with a prime system, his armor shifts. It grows smarter and starts revealing more ancient abilities. He now has access to old warp gates. He can open rifts in space, and worse for the Council, he can send messages directly into their protected space. One night, a Council member wakes up. Leo's face appears on her wall. "I'm not your enemy," he says calmly, "but I know who is." Then he disappears. Council panic. Inside the Council chambers, fear spreads. "He's destabilizing us," a reptilian ambassador shouts. "Species are questioning our rule. They want to know about the primes." The High Chancellor, an old being of light and crystal, growls. "Then we distract them. Burn one of Earth's colonies. Make the humans look like aggressors. Colony under attack." They strike fast. An Earth colony called New Avalon is hit by a powerful energy beam from deep space. The Council blames rogue pirates, but humans aren't fooled. Thousands die. Leo feels the blast through the armor. Something inside him shifts. For the first time, he lets the armor take full control. Leo unleashed. He teleports to the ruins of New Avalon. As he kneels beside a child's burned toy, the sky darkens. The armor hums, louder than ever. Sync level, 88%. Command mode unlocked. Leo raises his hand. All around the galaxy, dormant prime warships awaken. Old fleets, hidden for thousands of years, rise from moons, oceans, and caves. They respond to one signal, Leo's heartbeat. Space battle begins. The Council panics. They launch an armada to intercept Leo before he can return to Earth. But Leo doesn't hide. He meets them in deep space. He doesn't command like a general. He moves with the fleet. His armor links directly to the ships. His thoughts are orders. The Prime Fleet moves like a living being. Alien ships fall one after another. "You wanted war," Leo whispers. "Now you'll see what the Primes were truly capable of." Rebel support grows. Across the galaxy, alien rebels and civilians begin to send messages to Earth. "We never supported the Council. Let us help. We believe in the human." Some even try to reach Leo directly. The armor filters them. The worthy ones get through. A new resistance begins to form, not just humans, but others. Final scene. The Council prepares one final plan. They activate an ancient machine called the Null Core, a black cube that eats technology itself. They plan to send it straight into Earth's orbit. But as the launch begins, a shadow falls over their weapon. A massive prime ship, bigger than anything they've ever seen, appears out of nowhere. On the hull, one word glows: Cade. Above the Council's capital world, a strange energy flickers in the sky. At first, everyone believes it's a glitch. Then they realize the stars are moving. Dozens of ancient prime ships emerge from folded space, without sound, without warning. And on every ship, the same glowing symbol, KAD. This is not a war cry. Leo's voice echoes through the skies, systems, and minds. This is your final warning. The Council begins evacuating their core worlds. But it's already too late. The Council's desperate meeting. Inside the great chamber of the Galactic Council, panic spreads like fire. Ambassadors shout. Plans collapse. Trusted allies vanish. One speaks above the chaos. He commands prime technology. He commands loyalty. He is not a soldier anymore. He is a system. The Council orders the Null Core to launch, a weapon built to erase all ancient machines. It was designed long ago, to destroy the primes if they ever returned. They think it will destroy Leo. They don't know. The armor knows the null core too. The null core activates. The null core is released into space, a cube of pulsing black energy, like a star turned inside out. It begins to consume everything it touches: metal, signals, even light. The prime ships pause. Their systems begin to flicker. Council members smile. He will be erased now, they say. But Leo does not panic. He closes his eyes and steps alone into the path of the null core. Leo versus the void. The null core reaches Leo's armor. Everything around him disappears. No stars, no sound, just a dead zone of nothing. Inside this void, a voice speaks to him. Not the councils, not the armors, but the last of the primes. You are the first who did not take. You gave. You tried to save, not rule. The armor chose correctly. The armor's light changes, now glowing white-blue, not silver. The null core cracks. One heartbeat later, it explodes from the inside out. Leo floats in the silence, unharmed. All prime ships power back up, stronger than before. Earth unites the broken. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the awakening continues. Nations across Earth break down old barriers. Even rival military powers now share tech openly. One old general says, "We are not fighting for land anymore. We are fighting for place in the galaxy." And across alien worlds, more species rise in support. Refugee fleets arrive at Earth's edge. Former enemies now fly human banners, not because they were ordered, but because they chose to. The hidden enemy emerges, but something still doesn't feel right. Leo tells his team, "The Council feared the armor long before I touched it. They knew something worse than us." Using the armor's memory banks, Leo uncovers the truth. The Council didn't destroy the primes. They hid from what destroyed them. A race called the Silence. Not machines, not life. They consume thought, code, and soul. And they're coming back. That's what the Council truly fears. Leo realizes, we're not the war, we're the warning. A pre-battle standoff. Leo leads a fleet to the final Council stronghold. He doesn't attack. He lands alone. Hundreds of alien guards surround him. But no one fires, because hovering behind him are 1,000 prime ships, silent, waiting. Leo speaks to the High Chancellor. "End this. Step down. Let the galaxy breathe again. You're not protecting it anymore. You're caging it." The Chancellor snarls. "We brought peace." Leo replies, "No, you brought quiet, not peace." The guards lower their weapons. Some bow. Some kneel. Final scene. Leo returns to Earth. The stars feel calm. For the first time in centuries, no warships move in the sky. He walks into a mountain, where a new prime command center is being built. The armor suddenly glows and points upward. Leo looks. In deep space, something massive shifts. A darkness without shape. A signal pulses, older than even the primes. "They're coming," the armor whispers. "The silence has heard our voice." And they are awake. A research station near the edge of the galaxy suddenly loses all contact. No alarms, no screams, just silence. When a probe is sent to investigate, all it finds is a single message carved into the metal of the station's hull. UCALLET. We come. Back on Earth, Leo and the prime ships detect something terrifying. A complete void expanding across space. Not black, not dark, just empty. And it's moving toward the core worlds. The quiet invasion begins. At first, no one believes the threat is real. Council leaders claim it's natural, a dying star or cosmic storm. But as days pass, more systems vanish from maps. Ships sent to explore never return. Leo stands in the new Prime Command Center under the mountain, armor glowing softly. It's not death, he says. It's deletion. These things don't destroy. They erase. The truth about the silence. Using the memory cores of the prime armor, Leo begins to unlock lost knowledge, records sealed away for 100,000 years. He learns the silence is not made of matter or energy. They are the opposite. They are anti-thought, an ancient force that consumes knowledge, identity, even time. The primes once tried to fight them, and failed. The only reason Earth exists is because the primes sacrificed themselves to hide it. Earth was the vault, the final hope. And now, Leo was the key. The silent front arrives. In deep space, scout ships detect something approaching. A wall of stillness. No signals, no life, just pure, terrifying calm. Ships begin malfunctioning without warning. Crews report hearing voices in their heads, their own thoughts turning against them. A message pulses through prime comm channels. The silence is not attacking. It is remembering. Leo prepares the prime fleet. Allies from across the galaxy arrive. Humans, former council species, even independent pirates. Everyone knows. If Earth falls, memory itself may follow. Earth unites behind one voice. On Earth, chaos once again threatens. Fear spreads. Some want to run. Some want to hide. But Leo doesn't give speeches. He simply walks. Through cities, refugee camps, spaceports. The armor glows brighter with every step. People gather. Watch. Feel something. Ancient. When he finally speaks, it's only 3 words. We stand remembered. That becomes Earth's battle cry. The building of the shield. Earth's engineers, powered by prime tech, begin constructing a planetary defense unlike anything in history. Not a weapon. A memory field, something that stabilizes thought, protects consciousness from being erased. Prime ships carry memory stabilizers to other worlds. Across the galaxy, data vaults are built to store not just files, but entire cultures, minds, and species identities. The fight now isn't just survival. It's about not forgetting who they are. The betrayal. One council general, still bitter from their defeat, secretly reaches out to the silence. He believes if he gives them Leo's mind, they will spare his species. The silence responds, with only a whisper. He is ours already, but not in the way you think. Then, the general vanishes. So does his homeworld. Only static remains in the region where it used to exist. Leo feels it happen. His armor flickers. They're learning, he whispers. Next time, they'll come for all of us. A vision from the past. The armor pulls Leo into a memory, a prime's final moment during the Old War. He sees a prime commander standing in front of the silence, smiling. The silence asks, "Why do you resist?" The prime says, "Because we are." That is enough. Then he is erased, but not before sending a final code. Leo returns from the vision changed. He understands now. The silence doesn't fear weapons. They fear memory. They fear identity. They fear belief. Final scene. As the first wave of the silence approaches the system, Leo boards the lead prime ship. The skies darken. The stars go silent. Every race in the galaxy listens as one voice breaks the stillness. This is Leo Cade of Earth. I am memory. I am name. I am history. I am. The void pulses. And for the first time, the silence speaks back. Then we begin. The stars bend. The war for existence starts. The battle beyond reality. Thousands of prime ships, led by Leo, face the unstoppable void known as the silence. But the silence doesn't fire weapons. It simply moves forward, swallowing stars. Every mind in the galaxy hears the same whisper. You were never meant to be. Leo's voice cuts through that whisper, amplified by prime memory fields. Then why do we remember? A shockwave of light explodes from Earth's memory core. The void flickers. For the first time, It hesitates. Leo's final push. The armor begins to burn Leo's body. It was never made for a human. But he pushes forward. Every time a prime ship falls, Leo remembers its pilot, by name, out loud. Every name he speaks becomes a burst of power against the silence. Even as he coughs blood inside the armor, he keeps going. Derek of Vilun, Juno of Earth, Karish the Freeborn. You are remembered. The galaxy watches as memory itself becomes a weapon. The Vault Protocol. Deep beneath Earth, a hidden chamber activates. The Vault Protocol. It begins uploading every story, every memory, every voice of every species into a universal core. Even if the galaxy falls, the Vault will carry their legacy through time. The silence tries to reach it, but the closer it gets, the more unstable it becomes, because the silence cannot exist where memory is alive. The final memory. Leo flies directly into the heart of the silence. There's no enemy ship, no creature, just a vast space filled with silence. He hears the voices of those lost, his mother, his friends, the child the council executed long ago, the primes. They whisper, not in fear, but in unity. You are the sum of all who came before you. The armor glows one last time. I remember, Leo says, and then he explodes in a blinding flash of light. Aftermath. Earth's sky returns to normal. The stars blink back into existence. Across the galaxy, people wake up from nightmares. Their memories are intact. Their worlds are safe. But Leo is gone. Legacy. The prime armor, now empty and still, floats in Earth orbit, like a monument. Its core pulses with stored memory. Children across the galaxy are taught a new phrase. As long as we remember, we cannot be erased. And somewhere deep in space, a signal plays in a quiet loop. Species, human. Status, worthy.